back to a new video. It's been a while since I've done a tuitional video and I've really wanted to get back into it. I've just wanted to try so many other video ideas that I've kind of got distracted for a little while and now coming full circle back to sort of where I began, where I started off in terms of all of these types of videos that I do. So today we're going to talk about a really recent song, a really new song in the big picture of things, and that is 100% by New Found Glory, band that I really love. I just love the blend of the heavy chunky guitar parts mixed with the super over-the-top pop punk vocals and the super catchy melodies, and it's just everything I love about music. It's just the perfect blend of heaviness and melody. That's what I really appreciate. It's what I really love. Always really loved New Found Glory for this reason, and I really love this new album that they've just recently put out as well. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend that you do so. But I'm going to quickly walk you through some of these riffs. They're all very basic. They're all in drop D tuning. Of course, I'll let you figure that one out first. Grab your guitar, watch this video, make sure you tune to drop D, and we'll start walking through it, okay? So the first riff that the song opens up with, the one I just played in the very intro there, you got a little bit of string skipping in there, a little bit of palm muting, and a little bit of just like a simple kind of D string melody. So the melody itself is 2-0 on the D, 4-0 staying on the D of course, 5-4-2-4-0, and then in the middle of that you've got the open kind of heavy drop D power chords, and then in the middle of that you've got the 2 and O palm muting. Alright, when you piece that all together, I'll throw some tabs on the screen for you there as well. You will get this. At the very end of that intro riff, and this happens before every verse, you hit this big drop D power chord, which is a fret 5, and you've got that added 7 on the D note there as well. There's sort of two halves of the verse. The first half goes like this. And that repeats twice. All that is scratching in between, as you've just heard and as you've just seen, but you've got open drop D power chord, scratch, open, scratch, open, scratch, and then the little kind of motif, which is 5-4-2-4-0, and that repeats twice around with the scratching. The second half of the verse is exactly the same thing, but instead of the scratching, you're going to replace it with palm muting on that thick, chunky drop D power chord, okay? Alright, and that leads us straight into the pre-chorus section, which is quite an easy, kind of typical power chord and octave combination pop punk type riff, yeah? Which goes like this. So you're kind of bouncing back and forward, like I say, between power chords and octaves. You're going to start with a fret 5. The octave every single time is 5 on the A string. Then you're going to go to 7, back to 5, 9, back to 5, 12, 5, 7. You could also replace the 12 with the 5 here, of course, in normal power chord form. Might make it a bit simpler, easy to transition, whatever. I just like ascending up the neck, kind of finishing on the 12 in that particular part, on that particular riff, alright? So that is the first couple of parts of the song so far. Okay, so that leads us straight to the chorus, of course, which is again a very traditional, straight to the point, very simple, no beating around the bush, power chord progression that goes like this. So as you can see, very straightforward. There's just a little variation that comes at the very end of that chorus. So you just go in with an open D, 5, 7, back to 5, looping that around again, and then on the final round of the chorus, you've got the right in there as well, which is a 9 and a 7 with a little bit of chuggy palm muting in there, okay? That leads us straight to the kind of heavy pop punk, the part that I really love the most and my favorite part of the song is this kind of breakdown section. Very traditional of kind of the easy core kind of style in pop punk meets the heavy thing like A Day to Remember. And obviously New Found Glory have done this for a long, long time now as well, yeah? So we've got... That just loops and repeats from there, yeah? So you've got the heavy chugging on the D, followed by 7, 7, 5, 5, 4, and then the second time round, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, 2, 4 at the end, all right? So that is all just the melody simply put on that D string, separated by the heavy, really digging in palm mutes on the drop D power chord as well, of course. That's the breakdown section. Everything else in the song is a repetition of riffs we've touched on so far, except for one tiny little part. The outro is the same as the intro. That final pre-chorus coming out of that breakdown is the same. All of the verses are the same except for the variations. All of the chorus is the same except for the variations. The very last thing is in the outro section of the song, which is a variation of the chorus, which goes to 9, 5, 0, 7, and then you go to 4, 5, and 7, all right? It all in power chord form. That little chord right there is a 4, 5, and 7 kind of distorted, discordant power chord in drop D tuning. So once around that, everything else is repetition, pretty straightforward stuff as always. It's never going to be super complicated when we're talking about New Found Glory for the most part. But obviously, of course, pop punk as well, traditionally, is never too complicated at the end of the day. So it's something you can pick up quite easily. I picked it up really quickly, really easily. I learned it all just from ear one day, just having a mess around, jamming on the guitar, playing on the guitar. But it's still really fun. Although it's easy, don't underestimate the fact that easy songs can be really enjoyable and really fun. You can get a lot out of them when you learn these easy songs, okay? So I definitely recommend checking out the album. Checking out Trying to Learn the Song. It's got some really cool, fun parts to learn in there. Really good for stuff that's a little bit more simple. You can play along with the music quite easily, quite quickly, but also you can enjoy the riffs because there's quite a lot of kind of heavy, chunky kind of drop D bounce going on with them as well. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any thoughts or questions down below, and I'm always happy to help and to answer. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one, of course. Peace.